Now that's how you pump something.
Hello everyone and welcome to the grand finale of QuidditchUK Does Taskmaster. I'm joined this week by the QuidditchUK Secretary, Chloe Durkin. How are you doing, Chloe?
Doing pretty good. Quite stressful. It's the last one. I hold all the cards in my hands.
Nice, nice. So you're the youngest member of the EMT we have. Do you think you'll be bringing a different perspective to some of the dinosaurs we've had on previously?
Honestly, I don't know if I'm actually looking for anything. I'm just gonna keep an eye out, and if I see some conch glap, it's pretty pog. That's about it. No look at no criteria. I just see it and I like it.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. So, as this is the final week, and the previous weeks have played out, and it's boiled down to pretty much a two-horse race between Bristol and Olympians. So we're going to save those two entries first. Normally we go alphabetical order, but Bristol again pushed up the running order this week, and we'll leave the two big guns for the end. So we will be starting off this week with Southsea Quidditch Club.
Okay then.
As per usual, a video has been sent in detailing their effort. So let's take a look at what Southsea have done.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to do this Taskmaster challenge. We're going to fly to the Isle of Wight. Are you ready, Scott? Let's go! Let's go! Woo!
We're flying over the Solent. This is actually really cool. It's really fast. It's really smooth. It's like flying. Because it is. I mean. Scott, this is my first time on the Isle of Wight. How about you?
Likewise.
Oh, cool. Do you know what's probably never been done on the Isle of Wight before?
Is it a game of Quidditch?
It's a game of Quidditch. Right.
Oh,
Right. World's first game of Quidditch on the Isle of Wight, potentially. We're on broom, catch the ball, chuck it back. I got it. Oh, that's how you do Southern expansion. Having just arrived in the Isle of Wight, we are now going to get back on the same hovercraft and go back to Portsmouth. Scott, we're back in time for training.
What a coincidence.
Oh wait, hang on. I've got a car. How are you getting there? Bye, Scott.
Have a nice walk.
See you there, buddy. There he goes.
So yeah, what do you think? The use of a hovercraft in their entry.
I think I like the boat. It was pretty cool. Like that, yeah, that's pretty awesome. I do wonder how much that costs. Like, I was all right. Not sure if it was legal, so I don't know if I can endorse it. I'll check the gov.uk and let you know on that.
Yeah, so I can let you know the price. It is an adult day return ticket, which is what I'm guessing they got. Maybe they've gone for the student option, I don't know. But the adult day return is £24.60. So they've split between them on this entry, which is worth. Maybe that's worth something. As for the COVID restrictions, I can only assume that the hovercraft is running as per usual. So some stats on their journey. The journey from Southsea to the Isle of Wight, it's a distance of 7 kilometres, and it is done in about 10 minutes. So they're travelling about 25 miles an hour, and at altitude, if you can call it that, of 1.6 meters literally above sea level. So are you going to count that as flying? So certainly in the hovercraft's advertising, they call it flying. What do you think?
Well, hovercraft's advertisement does say it's flying. Is it if it's consistently being above the water level? Yeah, it is technically flying. I will say that.
Technically correct, the best kind of correct. Yeah, I'd like to. I'll pick up on one quote from Jack in that video. When they were on the hovercraft, he's like, he said the words, and I quote, "It's like flying." Scott was very quickly to interject, saying, "Because it is flying," but I think Jack may have undermined himself a little bit with that entry.
Oh, gutting. Scott was very quick to pick up on that.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I'll allow the slip.
So it is time to take a look at our second entry. So up second this week we have East Midlands Vipers. Let's take a look at their submission.
I don't think you're helping by doing that.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Paper
Vipers
airplane.
keeping things plain and simple there, sticking to the crafty theme that they've used in previous episodes, and with a team in it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was fly. We never specified whether the actual person had to fly.
Exactly.
It's just better if they do. but that's a very good paper aeroplane. But to be honest, every single paper aeroplane I've ever seen anyone make has been better than anything that I could have put out. I would have just gone straight to the ground.
So it's hard to clear.
Yeah, no, it's I'll call that fly. I like the paper aeroplane element.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it traveled roughly 2 meters at an altitude of about 1.5 meters. So
Okay.
same altitude as the hovercraft. Although it only got 2 seconds of flight time versus the 10-minute hovercraft journey.
Okay. That's fair enough.
And now, on quite a related note, we have Velociraptor's entry, and
Okay.
you just have to watch this, and we'll get your feedback.
It's technically flight. Yeah. Paper airplane went. Have you got any
Yeah.
stats for that?
Well, I mean, I think they tried to go with a sort of stand on the shoulders of giants kind of approach, except the team they picked didn't really have a giant performance. So they just took this paper airplane, crossed out the logo, wrote Raptors, and stuck a different photo inside. Surprisingly, they got almost exactly the same stats. I think it went maybe 10 or 20 centimeters higher, but everything else was just the same.
So they stood on the shoulders of giants and didn't even do better than them that much.
Yeah, I think there's more of a slump on top of the shoulders.
Oh, damn. It's quite a miss. Yeah, it is flight, but I like seeing different things, and I don't know, could have made it a little bit more spicier. But yeah, still technically flight. Props to that.
So those are the three entries that maybe aren't going to make an appearance on the podium. But now we have the two teams that are running for the BUC trophy, nonetheless.
Oh.
So let's take a look at Bristol.
To 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I think so. So that's not working.
Houston, we have a problem.
Whee! Oh
One of our brave pilots has lost a head in a collision it had with the ground. The others are mostly okay. Minor concussions, scrapes and bruises.
no! Classic Quidditch injuries.
Classic Quidditch industries. Unfortunately, you can see one of those less fortunate.
Rocket, prison puff, flight.
We achieved flight!
Unfortunately, that was the end of that very traumatic and heartfelt experience.
Yeah.
That was a lot to process.
Yeah, so firstly, on behalf of our events department and our medical partners at here, I have to stress that decapitation is not a classic Quidditch injury. The others maybe, but there have been no decapitations so far at any Quidditch event.
Non-recorded.
None recorded. I would hope they would be recorded if they had happened. I would like to know. I would like to think we would know about them. Anyway, slightly more positive notes. So they brought back the little hand-painted figurines that they had from Taskmaster Week 5. They built a Quidditch pitch task. They made a reappearance in their bottle rocket. That didn't quite work.
It was technically flight. They did angry Yeet it eventually. I'm really sad that we never got to see it take off. Next year. I was sitting there in awe, like, oh, it's gonna look fog, it's gonna be great. But no, I don't know. They might have just tried too hard on the pumping.
So their reason that they gave on their submission is they didn't have a powerful enough pump. They say a ball pump isn't good enough. You need like an air mattress pump or a foot pump or bike pump or something like that. But after they lost the ball on that approach, they resorted to Cogamentos, which again didn't work. And yeah, then just angry yeeting. And the best yeet that we saw was, I would say, about 5 meters of altitude that they achieved for 4 seconds or so, and a distance of 10 meters. So,
That's a good throw for a plastic bottle rocket ship. That's a pretty good throw. Like, it mustn't have been windy that day. Otherwise, you just want to go. You could have let the wind take it. Maybe they threw it with the wind. I don't know. Maybe you have to look up the wind direction in Bristol on that day.
Right. So we move on to the final entry. It's the final entry of the final week. We're coming towards the end of things, lads.
Exciting.
It is
Olympians. This is really good.
And yeah, as per usual, Olympians have gone with the long video format here.
Phipps, pop in here, will you? Need a quick chin wag. Now, we need to wait for our boys on the field to take battle to the skies.
Any ideas, Mum?
I do have a few designs. If you dare. Trucks away.
Righto, Mum.
Come Fly With You, sponsored by QUK. Come watch me cruise into the blue as OQC leads the way. Come fly with you, hope you survive the day.
Come soar with you, he'll take one for the team. In Lincolnshire, no one can hear the crashes or his screams. Come soar with you, he'll float up like a dream.
Hi Anna, it's Joe. Dead? James? Have you still got that rocket?
Running out of options, we moved back over to Manchester. Unfortunately, it looked like we were never going to get into the sky. Our team all ready with their numbers so that they were easily identifiable after a fiery crash. It seemed hopeless. But then suddenly, like lightning, the idea struck me.
Magical unicorns can fly.
You might think floating isn't flying without propulsion. Well, we thought of that. Thrust. The whole team made it out.
That was a lot to process.
Yeah,
like 3 different things.
There's a lot to take in there. Firstly, I've got to say props to Hugh and Anna for the props that they had there. I think the sort of kite hang glider approach was very interesting. In the end, all I managed to do was crucify a teddy bear. So not sure how much you want to put on that as the maybe look at some of the other options I might suggest.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there was enough of flight. It was mainly being held up, trying to get it in the air. Might have been a bit too heavy to go. It was the rocket pumping was quite like, Bristol. You need to just look at them, ask them how they did it, sort your rocket right out. It'll be fine. That got into, I think that went quite a distance into the air. What did that do?
I think 2 or 3 meters from what I could tell from the videos. It's sort of, some of the angles are a bit hard to judge, so certainly got higher than any of Bristol's bottle rocket attempts, but not as high as Bristol's just yeet the bottle attempts.
Yeah, no. Okay, that's true.
So then the final part of their entry that we saw was the magical floating unicorn healing. They were sort of debating, like, is just floating qualifying enough? So they added the rubber, the balloons as thrust option. The thrusty version looked as though it was sort of heading towards ground in the video, but on their submission, Olympians claimed that it stayed airborne the whole time and will indeed stay airborne until these scores are revealed. Claim that we cannot verify in any way.
There is a balloon being popped about 15 minutes after the release of this video. As to whether floating is still flying, I mean, I let go of a balloon when I was at Disney World, and I was like, "Mum, my balloon's flying away," and all the parents also say, "Oh, that balloon's flying away." So
yeah, and I guess you could argue hot air balloons just float and are carried by the wind, and I think you could still consider them as flying.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it just sounds a bit weird of being like, "Oh, look, that balloon, it's floats from Liverpool. It's it's just all like big hot air balloon full of people." Yeah, I think that was fine. I'd say maybe the big triangle glider thing wasn't flying because it was mainly being held up. But solid effort.
Yeah, so I mean, if we consider the floating balloon, consider the deadline is 12 p.m. on Saturday and the scores aren't released until Sunday evening, they're claiming that's sort of at least 36 hours of flight time for the balloon, which is pretty impressive. But that's all of our entries for this final week, so we can take a look at the summary and we can get to the business end of things. So all of our teams will receive 3 points for participating, as per always, and then it is up to you, Chloe, to award the extra points. So third place will pick up 3 extra points, second place will pick up 5, and first place will pick up 7 extra points.
Okay.
So let's go from the bottom to the top if you're happy with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who do you want to put in third place? And talk about the others that you're not going to put on the podium as well, if you want.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Third place. It's hard. I'm kind of like, I'm torn between South Sea and Vipers. The big wind turbine thing is pretty cool, and I trust it was fine to go to the Isle of, yeah, that one, hovercraft. I forgot about that. Yeah, I trust it was fine to go to the Isle of Wight, and it's pretty. I've never seen a hovercraft, honestly. I've never seen a hovercraft, but yeah, that's pretty fantastic. So. Yeah, I'm gonna put the I'll put the South Seas hovercraft in third.
Okay, so are you saying there that Vipers aren't going to get on the podium this week?
Yeah, unfortunately not this week. I did like the paper aeroplane attempt. Yeah, I just think this one was better on this occasion. Same with the attempt with Raptors. It was just too similar to Vipers, I guess. Yeah, so it was just kind of like
derivative.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a bit forgettable. So yeah.
Swiftly moving on. Second place.
Second place. So pretty big considerations between the top two. We had lots of little men crammed into a rocket made of plastic from Bristol, and we had lots of little men attached to a unicorn balloon with Olympians, and we also had the proper pumping as opposed to Bristol's ball pumping. So I think second place is, I'm going to give second place to Bristol. And that's purely on, I think if the bottle properly flew, it would have been like, with the pumping, it would have been more impressive. But you know, I'm about style, all right? Any fool can throw their rocket into the air. Like, give me a rocket, I'll go throw it into the air. But it was still like, it was a really solid attempt. It was really fun to watch. It was a pretty nice journey, and I liked how they had some contingency plans just in case as well.
And absolutely amazing acting quality throughout the piece as well.
Yeah.
Well, there we have it. So we can take a look at our leaderboard, and we will go in reverse order for the final week. So finishing in 7th place, they came once and they never returned again. It's Southampton with 3 points. Then ahead of them in 6th is Velociraptors on 18 points. Chelsea very close to taking 4th place, but ultimately finishing on 5th in 5th, 30 points. Werewolves therefore take 4th on 31 points. Vipers pick up the bronze with 37 points. And as they've been leading throughout the way, Olympians are winning. Bristol are second on 63, but Olympians taking home the trophy on 70 points, which 70 points is an impressive effort.
It's pretty insane. Yeah, it's a pretty good effort. It was nice to see so much participation and how much enthusiasm went into the entry. I really liked the different tones, like the whole the 1940s element into it was quite fun, even if it was a failed attempt and just crucifying a teddy bear, like you said, and the balloon with all the different effigies of Olympians players that's pretty sweet. Yeah, I really liked that. Yeah,
well deserved victors, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Solid entries all week. I mean, all week. This entire competition has had solid entries.
Well, that's it. We're done. 8 weeks have been and gone, and Taskmaster is finished. Congratulations for winning, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time as well, Chloe.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we just need to think how to send the trophy Probably a lot of bubble wrap, something like that. Maybe we can use one of them drones. Who had the drone? Was it Vipers?
Yeah,
We hit
Vipers.
Vipers up for their drone. There we are. We just send it to them in the
Yeah,
drone.
I don't think we'll use any of the flight methods we saw this week.
Missiles that you put on the thing, you jump on the bump as a kid, just like that. We could send it like that, but you know, they work so hard for the trophy. I think that'd be quite insulting.
Yeah, I think we'll stick to a previous week's sponsor, Royal Mail, to deliver it in time.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, that is all from us, and goodbye.
Yeah. See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya.
Get it!
Game over.